As the ark is closed, you may be seated. ויאמרו הנה יום הדין לפקוד על צבא מרום בדין כי לא יזכו בעיניך באים וכל באי עולם יעברו לפניך כבני מרום כבקרת רועה דרו מעביר צונו תחת שבטו וכל באי עולם יעברו לפניך כבני מרום כבקרת רועה דרו מעביר צונו תחת שבטו כן תעביר ותספור ותמנה ותפקוד נפש כל חי ותחתוך קצבה לכל בריאה ותכתוב את גזר דינם
ובשופר גדול ייתקע וכל מלאכה ישרה ומלאכים יקפצו ובשופר גדול ייתקע וכל מלאכה ישמע ומלאכים יחפצו וחירו לאדם יוחזו ומלאכים יחפצו
בראש השנה ייכתבו וביום צום כיפור ייחתמו כמה יעברו וכמה יבראו מי יחיה ומי ימות מי בקיצור ומי לא בקיצור מי באש ומי במים מי בחרב ומי בחיה מי ברעב ומי בצמא מגפה, מי בחניקה ומי בסקילה, מי ינוח ומי ינוח, מי ישקיט ומי יטורף, מי שלב ומי יתייסר, מי עני ומי ישיר, מי יושפל ומי יהום. As the ark is open, please rise as you're able for hear our voice, Shema Koleinu.
Shema Adonai Eloheinu Chus v'rachem aleinu וקבל ברחמים, ברחמים וברצון את
We remain standing as we turn to the Vidui, Prayers of Confession, on page 263.
אבינו מלכנו שמע קולנו אבינו מלכנו חטאנו לפניך אבינו מלכנו עלינו ועלול עלינו ותאפנו אבינו מלכנו קל לכל צער ומסתיר מעלינו אבינו מלכנו אבינו מלכנו אבינו מלכנו שמע קולנו שמע קולנו שמע אבינו מלכנו חננו בנינו אבינו מלכנו חננו בנינו כי אין בנו מעשים עשה עמנו צדקה וחסד עשה עמנו צדקה וחסד והושיענו
ark is closed. We remain standing, if we're able, for the Torah service on page 274. The third confession is on page 332. When the priests and all the people standing in the temple court would hear the glorious and awe-inspiring name explicitly enunciated in holiness and purity by the lips of the high priest, they would bow and kneel and fall prostrate to the ground, saying, "Praise is the name of the one whose glorious sovereignty will be forever and ever." Please rise. והכהנים והעם העומדים בעזרה, כשהיו שומעים את השם הנכבד והנורא, מפורש יוצא מפי כהן גדול, בקדושה ובטהרה, היו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים ונופלים על פניהם ואומרים, You may be seated. The Partisan song. Sog nicht keimulas, du gehst dem letzten Weg, wenn himlen bleine Fahr stellen bläutig, kommen wird noch unser ausgebänkte Schar, es wird appoingt und unser Trott mir seinen do, kommen wird noch unser ausgebänkte Schar, es wird appoingt und unser Trott mir seinen do.
You must not say that you now walk the final way, because the darkened heavens hide the blue of days. The time we've longed for will at last draw near, and our steps as drums will sound that we are here. The time we've longed for will at last draw near, and our steps as drums will sound that we are here. אל נא תאמר הנה דרכי האחרונה, את אור היום הסתירו שמי העננה, זה יום נחשפנו לו עוד יעל ויבוא, ומצעדנו עוד יראים אנחנו פה, זה יום נחשפנו לו עוד יעל ויבוא, ומצעדנו עוד יראים אנחנו פה.
God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. This is what is known as the Serenity Prayer, composed by Reinhold Niebuhr, an influential American theologian and social activist. The prayer has also been embraced by Alcoholics Anonymous as a cornerstone of their 12-step program and is adhered to by other rehabilitation organizations. The Serenity Prayer can serve us as well. I remember how challenging the start of the pandemic was, marked by seclusion at home, apprehension stemming from the unknown, daily influx of new decrees and instructions, and rumors that only serve to compound confusion and fear. Through this experience, shared with the entire global community, we learned of aspects within our power to alter and elements, however saddening, that we are unable to change despite our fervent desire to do so. Simultaneously, we should summon the courage to bring about change in those areas within our influence, especially during challenging times. This responsibility extends not only to ourselves, but also to our immediate family members and to the broader community. In doing so, we must cultivate patience and tolerance. While we have no control over other people's actions, we possess the ability to restrain ourselves. When we manage to cultivate this ability, we are better positioned to respond thoughtfully and not impulsively. This is a fun story that illustrates that. Janice was walking behind a mother pushing her toddler in the shopping cart at the supermarket. She noticed that when they passed by the cookie shelf, the girl asked for cookies, and the mother said, "No." The girl started to shout and create commotion, but the mother kept her composure and said calmly, "Okay, Tammy, we'll finish here soon. Don't get upset, just a little more." Then they reached shelves full of candies. The girl started screaming and demanding sweets. The mother refused to buy them for her. The girl started raging, but the mother didn't lose her temper. "Enough, Tammy, enough. Don't get angry. 2 more aisles to go. Be patient, just a little more." When they got to the cash register to pay for the groceries, the girl's eyes met the colorful gum, and she demanded more. She demanded some, I should say. Her mother again refused, and the girl made a loud scene of crying and shouting. The mother spoke in a calm and quiet voice, "Tammy, don't get angry. We'll soon finish here. 5 more minutes, and we'll be outside in our car, driving home." The mother finished paying and left the supermarket. On their way to the car, the woman who was walking behind them and happened to check out behind them turned to the mother and said, "Excuse me, madam, I couldn't help but notice how you kept your cool. I have to compliment you on the way you behaved with little Tammy." The mother smiled and said, "The little one is Monica, I'm Tammy." I know I can almost hear you talking to yourself, processing a story featuring food told by your rabbi on Yom Kippur. And you can join me in thinking, like Tammy, we are almost there, just a few hours to go. Individuals who exhibit control often speak from a place of wisdom as they take the time to understand others. They recognize that time has the power to soften the impact of mistakes, and that by practicing restraint, we can become more compassionate, forgiving, aware, happy, and grateful individuals. The decision to be governed by impatience and intolerance and to allow anger to impact our lives rests within us. Embracing the qualities of control and patience can lead to improved outcomes and a more peaceful and balanced life. When we approach situations armed with strong personal tools, we develop a better understanding of other perspectives and contribute to a more harmonious and empathetic world. Rabbi Hillel the Elder was known for his great patience. He used to say that whoever chooses to be angry will end up being angry. The teachings of ethics of the fathers found in the Talmud emphasizes that we shouldn't judge our friends until we've walked in their shoes. Imagining what our own behavior or decision-making would be like under the precise conditions that have had an effect on theirs. Only then would it be easier to see how their words and deeds have often been influenced by their experiences and the tools they have had to navigate their own life. The only thing you can truly control is yourself. Part of that is having patience and understanding towards someone who might frustrate or anger you. But not all relationships are repairable. When you detect that someone seeks to sow discord after doing so repeatedly for no reason, give yourself permission to walk away. Forgiveness is something you should grant to yourself as you would to anyone else. That doesn't mean giving up a high standard, but it does mean that it's optimal to strive for a healthy relationship with yourself and demand a healthy relationship from others in turn. And when a situation warrants that you be the one to step up to rectify it, do so. I would like to offer another story, one that illustrates just that. Daniel and Michael had been best friends since childhood. From the very first moment they met, they felt like brothers. However, after their military service, an argument tore them apart, transforming brothers into enemies. Communication ceased. Daniel recognized that a considerable share of the blame rested with him. Admitting this aloud proved challenging. Yet, over the years, the absence of Michael's presence weighed heavily on him. And so, Daniel undertook a journey to Michael's home in the far north to seek forgiveness. He parked outside Michael's house, sitting in his car for a lengthy time span. The urge to knock on Michael's door and apologize was overpowering, but so was his fear. Daniel eventually stepped out, approached Michael's front door, stood there for an extended moment, but then he turned around and left. On the way home, thoughts of his dear friend and the longing for his presence haunted him. How much longer would this senseless game of pride or fear persist? Then, one day, Daniel tried again. He arrived at Michael's house, knocked on the door, and a woman answered. She inquired about his name, to which he responded. She examined Daniel and then requested, "Wait a moment, please." She returned with a note, handed it to Daniel, and explained how Michael succumbed to an illness, but that he left a note for him in his will. The note bore these words: "Dear friend, please know that despite our dispute, I never stopped loving you and thinking of you, but I wanted you to be the one to initiate mending our bond by acknowledging your mistake. I was a fool. When you stood outside my house some time ago, I saw you through the window and wished fervently that you'd knock, but you turned away and left. I yearned to chase after you, but I couldn't. If you're reading this letter, you've returned to my home. I just want you to know that I forgave you a long time ago." Many actions can be justified, and many excuses can have solid and genuine foundations, yet not all do. The first story reflects the first part of the Serenity Prayer. God, Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. The second story reflects the courage to change the things I can. But what is as critical and what too many people beat themselves up over is the last part, and the wisdom to know the difference. Nonetheless, it's best to expel darkness and pain from our hearts and replace them with light and peace. The secret lies in our choice, the choice to heal what's possible while it's still within our power to do so. Live in the moment and be wholly present for it. Rid yourself of toxic surroundings. Embrace loved ones with hugs and express your feelings to them. Let it all be spoken and done today, as tomorrows keep getting away from us. May we be sealed for another year, a year filled with good health, the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And let us say, Amen. We turn to the Isco service on page 2 in the special Isco booklet. Amen. Oseh Shalom במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. זיכרונם לברכה. May the memories of our loved ones forever be a blessing. And let us say, Amen. Please be seated. We conclude with Oseh Shalom.
Oseh Shalom, Shalom במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, אמן. עושה שלום, שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן.
The morning service is concluded. Gmar Chatima Tovah. I look forward to seeing you this afternoon. Thank you.